great lineup for DePaul to try to get some momentum going. And, you know, Addison has been incredible. She had her first career home run on March 21st against Illinois State. So definitely another player that can get this momentum going for DePaul.
And she takes a swing at the first pitch. Strike one. Here's the 0-1 from Magnanimo. Thought about a swing. Good eye from Talbot, the left fielder. Hit her, as you mentioned, her first career home run in March and has been very good, a very good utility player for the Blue Demons. Count even at 1. Swung on that outside pitch, and Magnanimo is really feeling herself already.
Yeah, the senior is taking in some of her last home games, you know, in the bright, beautiful, sunny Madison, and just some of that momentum. You know, they got some fans out here, can help definitely lead into playing a strong game.
Fouled down the left field line and out of play from Addison Talbot. Count is now 1-2. Talbot the sophomore. Magnanimo the senior. And it's a ball called and count even at 2 here. Another good eye from Talbot. Swing and a miss. 2 batters, 2 strikeouts, swinging for Tessa Magnanimo. Not a bad start for her and for the Badgers. But now they may run into some trouble here. Brooke Johnson up to bat for DePaul.
Yeah, and if you take a look at the Badgers defense, you know, we mentioned they got Tessa batting, and then we got Christiana at catcher. Great teamwork there, and then all around the diamond as well.
It's going to be a tough play, and not in time. Reaching on an infield hit is Brooke Johnson, picking up right where she left off against Creighton in the last game.
Yeah, and I mean, Brooke Johnson, what an impressive player she is. You know, she was the 2021 All Big East second team, you know, tied for 6th most home runs in a season, had 13 last season. So what a tough player. And then you got Nicole Sullivan coming up, who is also a very impressive player, you know, has second in the team for doubles at 5.
Swings on the first pitch, and it's fouled back. Had 1 hit in all 3 games against Creighton, the last series they had this past weekend in Chicago.
But still such an impressive player at 5 home runs this season. So just an incredible player.
The 0-1, Johnson on first. And it's a strike looking against Sullivan. The 0-2 for Magnanimo. Room to move. That one is fouled down into right field and out of play. And she'll now have some words with her catcher teammate, Kristana Angelopoulos. And Sullivan takes a step back. Sullivan went 0 for 3 against Creighton in the last game of that 3-game series. 2 strikeouts for her. And she now finds herself in an 0-2 hole. That one off the bat and fouled back on the check swing from Nicole Sullivan, the designated player for the Blue Demons. That one is lined off the glove of Serdashny, advances the runner. And with 2 outs, there are 2 players aboard for DePaul.
Yeah, and that's exactly what Wisconsin wasn't really hoping for, a miscatch, so to be able to let that player get to the base, and now they have two. So interesting dynamic where they're just at two outs, and now they have two batters on base.
Now the first pitch to Bailey Cosgrove in just a moment. Angelopoulos getting set. Runners on first and second, 2 outs. First pitch in for a strike. And Bailey Cosgrove, who hit her first home run of this season against Creighton in one of the double headers that they had last Friday. And that one just skips by her.
Yeah, and you mentioned that last game against Creighton. She had a 6-game hitting streak that was snapped in their last game, which they played April 8th. So looking to get back in the momentum, get back, try to regain that streak again.
Needs that momentum back. One of the most important players of this team. She swings on that one. And it's strike 2. 1-2 the count. Johnson on second. So the go-ahead run on second base for a 1-2 count. 2 outs. And Angelopoulos looking to throw back to first quickly, but racing back to that bag was Sullivan. And it just shows you the eagerness of Kristana Angelopoulos, the quick arm that she's got.
Yeah, and just also shows the heads-up readiness to make a move, to make a play, and just try to get a player out.
And it is 3 strikeouts on the inning for Tessa Magnanimo, despite some of the hits. Wisconsin, not a bad first inning. The former Northern Illinois player, now her first season in Madison, one of the best players in Northern Illinois history, decides to come take her talents to Wisconsin. First pitch is up high and for ball number 1. And on the mound for DePaul, Brenna Smith, 4-8 this season. Pitched just under 80 innings so far.
Yeah, and she's also someone that's new to her team, transferred over to DePaul from Purdue. So coming off of some Big Ten experience to a Big Ten team, that'll be an important thing to take into today's game.
Ellie can deal with this. Swings on the first pitch. It's in foul territory, and the grab is not made in left field. Sliding to make that play, but not able to come away with it was Addison Talbot. And staying alive now is Ellie Hubbard.
Yeah, and you mentioned Ellie Hubbard getting her first career home run against Illinois. She's an Illinois native, so probably such a fun experience for her to get to do that against her home state team.
Count is even at 1 now for Hubbard. Keller on first. The 1-1 from Smith. And fouled back into the stands just over some parents. Hubbard, the sophomore, now has a 1-2 count. No outs here in the bottom of the first. That one is sent into left field. Pop fly is caught, and back to the bag is Keller, and now it'll bring up Kayla Conwent.
Like we mentioned before, has the Wisconsin record for home runs, so just got to keep an eye out for her and that arm that she has as well.
Decides to look at the first pitch. Strike number 1. Conwent, who leads Wisconsin in batting average as well, hitting .373 this season. That one's way outside. Count is even 1 ball, 1 strike. Smith, be interesting to see the types of strategies that she conducts against Conwent. That one is low in for ball number 2.
Yeah, and these players have met before, Purdue and Wisconsin. You got that Big Ten rivalry, that Big Ten matchup, and they both have experience on each side, so it's interesting to see how she's going to take that in a different team, in a different conference as well, to take on Wisconsin.
That one is fouled down the left field line, and the count is now even at 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes in the bottom of the first. Just 1 out, but she's got Keller aboard. And Kayla very patient, we've seen a lot this season. Waits for that perfect pitch, and once she gets a hold of it, no one's getting to it.
Exactly, and being patient, something that takes time. She has so much experience being a grad student, tons of playing experience, tons of everything. So just having that knowledge of the game as well also contributes.
Conwent also a native of Wisconsin, one of the many on this team. Count even at 2. Brenna Smith looking to close things out. That one's close, but it's called as a ball. There's a full count now for Kayla Conwent. And now Brenna Smith needs to be careful. You don't necessarily want to throw a strike here, but as she does there, and then it's fouled into left field. It's difficult with a full count, isn't it?
Yeah, it's hard. It's like, especially with such an experience, such a strong player for Wisconsin, to have to try to balance that out and try to match whatever she's going to do. It's a tough situation to decide what you kind of want to do. They have one player on base and their strongest hitter, all with 3 and choose. So
that one is grounded. Keller is safe, and Conwent is going to reach first. An infield hit for Kayla Conwent.
So another impressive player to watch out for.
First pitch just outside for ball number 1. And just 1 out here. Lots of force outs possible for DePaul. He's going to take a look at that one. Just caught the side of the strike zone. Strike 1, and we're even again. Kuffel takes a swing into left field. Keller's coming home. Conwent to third. Keller reaches the plate, and it is a stand-up double for Brooke Kuffel. And Wisconsin have taken the lead. It's 1-0. And it does go back to that play earlier where Conwent reached on an infield single where they tried to go for the double play and ended up coming up with nothing. Angelopoulos bloops it into right center field, and then coming home is Conwent. To third is Kuffel. She'll hold there. And now there are runners at the corner for Wisconsin, and they lead 2-0 now. Again, runners at the corner. Angelopoulos pretty fast at first, and then, of course, you've got Kuffel at third, just several feet away. First pitch is watched, and good eyes from her. It's in for ball number 1. The 1-0. That one swung and just fouled into left field by Bannon. Currently, Bannon hitting much better than she did last year. We're seeing a lot of improvement from her at the plate. This is a career year for her so far.
Yeah, and you mentioned how she's improved her batting, but something she hasn't been able to accomplish so far this season is a home run.
That one is hit well into left, and you may have just called it. It is off the wall, just barely. That'll bring in a couple. And it is gone. It hit the pole. A home run, as you just called it. The announcer's jinx, but working the other way around. A huge shot, and Wisconsin have added more runs on.
And not get too much into your head.
And that one's hit into right field, a base hit on the first pitch. from Molly Schlosser. For the Badgers. Runner on first, they lead by 5. First pitch in for strike number 1. And Serdashny, who had that one play at third base we saw in the top of the first, just off of her glove, resulting in a base hit, but now looking to get things done on the offensive front. She takes ball 1. Hitting .247 this year. Not bad for Skylar. Just almost up to double digits in RBIs as 9. As that one's in for strike number 2.
Yeah, and she just needs 3 more hits to equal her career high, and 2 hits to equal what she got last season. So she's almost there, almost having a career record season for her.
The junior third baseman, the 1-2 count. That's swung on, grounded, trying to flip the double play. They'll get the runner at second, but Serdashny will reach first. That one's into left in foul territory. No one able to get to it. And Riley Crane, who's been on fire recently, hasn't she been? And a hit in 13 of her last 17 games.
Yeah, you know, she's just a freshman, and she rotated in second baseman a lot, but then she earned her position. So such an impressive player and has so much more time to come as well.
That one is fouled back. Count is now 0-2 for Crane. Seventeen hits in her last 17 games. That one is way outside for ball 1. And she stays alive. Wisconsin, even though they have the 5-run lead, obviously changes, or leads can change very quickly in this game. So they are not trying to let up at all here. That one is low for ball 2. So after 2 consecutive strikes to start off the at-bat, 2 consecutive balls to follow. The 2-2. Fouled back. And the at-bat stays alive. And this is the 9th hitter for Wisconsin. And due up is Katie Keller, who, of course, started this inning off. That one is swung on into left field, and it is caught. A diving play to end the inning. What a play.
Yeah, that was such an impressive heads up, not letting the sun affect your eyes, you know, diving in to make that catch and really kind of stopping what Wisconsin had going. And hopefully they're going to try to turn the script when they're batting.
And Tessa Magnanimo, in what seems like forever, was the last time she was in the circle after that very quick first inning she had. Is now going to have to face Carly Alvers. Just a singular RBI this season for her. She swings on the first pitch, and it's fouled out to right. The 0-1 to Alvers. Swung on again, this time fouled down the left field line. And the count is now 0-2. Has now swung on all 3 of the first pitches. And that one's fouled again. Switch the field once more. Count is still 0-2 for Alvers. That one's fouled way up and out of play. behind the stands, and so far 4 pitches, she swung on all 4.
Yeah, she's been able to make those hits, but just hasn't been able to get an inbound hit to get on the base. So hopefully, she can get that kind of going. She only has 1 RBI so far this season. So it's a player that has some work to get done and trying to get that done today.
Swings again, and it's another strikeout. Tessa Magnanimo. Again, it's 4 now on the day.
Yeah, and she's that senior. She has so much experience, and like we mentioned before, she's always been able to come in key situations. So starting out, bringing Wisconsin to have to even avoid those key situations.
It's now Tori Meyer for DePaul. That one fouled back. And it's strike number 1.
But Tori Meyer, a player to watch for. She hit a home run against Creighton the last game they played in their win on April 8th.
3 home runs this season, hitting .250. Takes a look at the second pitch. A grounder bobbled by Serdashny. She's still going to try and make the throw. It was close, but not in time. And it's a hit, a single for Tori Meyer.
And that's just the same thing we've seen before, where Skylar's just kind of missed the ball, missed that catch, kind of getting that error. But she was able to recover quickly, try to make that catch, and unfortunately just was a few seconds behind.
And a lot of the times you'll see someone not try and make that throw after they bobble just in case of an error, but Serdashny, still a perfect throw, of course, not in time, but still after that bobble was able to make the throw, but couldn't beat the speed of Tori Meyer. And Angelopoulos back behind the plate. Possibly something going on with her mask. And now brings up Peyton Viles. Fouled back, a check swing from her.
And Peyton Viles hasn't had the success she's been looking for. She's 0 for 17 when she's on the bat, has 1 RBI. So another player trying to get into their momentum in the midst of the season, trying to get it going before the end.
Throwing back to first, off the glove of Keller, and it's going to be an easy advance to second. Sliding in there was Tori Meyer. And that'll be an error. And it's an ambitious play, wasn't it, from Angelopoulos? We've seen her do that a couple times already now. But that one just off the glove of Keller, maybe not the perfect placement of a throw.
Yeah, you saw her looking to make those catches. Every single time she would look, and unfortunately just didn't work out the greatest for them. And fortunately, DePaul was able to capitalize on that for Wisconsin. So
foul back. Count is now 1-2, but instead of a runner on first, you've now got a runner on second, a runner in scoring position with the speed of Tori Meyer. The 1-2 from Magnanimo. A little high, and another ball. Ball 2 now. And as you said, Vile's not able to get much done as she'd like to. 7 strikeouts for her, does have a walk, but still yet to register a hit. The 2-2. Swing and a miss. Struck her out. Another one for Tessa Magnanimo. Perfect placement, a rising ball from Tessa. No chance for Peyton Viles. And now the bottom of the lineup for DePaul, the 9th hitter, Grace Frazier, the right fielder. Swing on the first pitch, hits the camera woman. And that camera may have saved her. All smiles on her face. That was a close one. I want to see that shot. And that had some velocity on it. She seems to be okay.
Yeah, I mean, Grace Frazier, what a strong hitter she is, when she's up to bat. So strong, and obviously you can see that as there as well.
And I think the biggest worry there is the camera. I saw a piece fly off of it when that ball made contact. But anyway, an 0-2 count. Just out for a ball. One and two, 2 outs here in the top of the second. Magnanimo looking to get out of this inning with some more strikeouts. We'll see how Grace Frazier responds. That one's up high. And now Frazier's ahead of the count, 2-1. The senior still has not hit her first career home run for DePaul. Fouls that one back and evens up the count at 2.
Yeah, and this is a key position for DePaul, looking to get some points, some runs on the board because, Wisconsin did have that 5-0 in the first inning, and now DePaul is going to come into the second with none, especially since they're sitting with 2 outs already.
The 2-2. That one is at first, an easy play to end the inning from Katie Keller. Couple of strikeouts for Magnanimo. She keeps rolling. The Badgers keep rolling. First pitch just outside for ball 1. And Keller, who had a single at her last at-bat, eventually found her way home. Another one outside for a ball. 2 straight to start the at-bat. The 2-0. That one's hit into center field. Over the hands, off the wall. Keller's going to go 2. And she's in for a stand-up double. Thought about 3 for a second. Takes a look at the first pitch. Strike 1. Hubbard flew out to left field at her first at-bat. Has to face the 0-1. No outs. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. She's now behind 0-2 here.
Yeah, she had a fly out in the first, didn't get to go on base and contribute to that Badgers scoring run, but still such a crucial key player.
Oh, it's a nice catch in the crowd, catching that foul ball. Unfortunately for DePaul, will not count as an out for them. But a good souvenir. Although he probably has to give it back, I'm guessing. The 0-2 again to Hubbard. That one is low. Good eye. Ball 1. 1-2 the count now. Brenna Smith, the 1-2. That one swung into right field. It's caught. Keller will have to go back, and she does. That is out number 1 now from DePaul. A line out to right field. It's Kayla Conwent reached on an infield single in the first. Takes a look at strike number 1. And as we've mentioned before, the number of stats that Kayla Conwent leads the team in is just incredible. She looks at the 0-1. Good eye. Count is even. Had that full count before she had the base hit earlier in the first inning. And another one virtually the same position as the last pitch. It's ball number 2 for Kayla Conwent. really works the counts from time to time.
Yeah, and that just comes with her experience. She's a grad student, has so much experience.
That one's hit into right field all the way back, and it is gone. Kayla Conwent, no surprise. Wisconsin add to their lead.
Yeah, you know, she's just continuing to that record she already has. You know, last year in May she broke the home run record, and she's just adding on to it today.
And that is a killer for DePaul, but she just smacks that one. An Oppo home run for Kayla Conwent. No surprise there. First pitch is close. It's ball one.
Yeah, and this is just another situation where Brenna Smith can't get in her head. You know, second home run that she's led up today, but there's still so much room to go, so much room to play. So just staying calm and staying in her own mindset.
Strike one to even the count from Brenna Smith, who in one of those games, the doubleheaders against Creighton, 6 strikeouts, the season high for her. Struggling a little bit more against Wisconsin. Nice pitch there, another strike, 1-2. But with just 1 out now, and of course giving up that home run, it's a killer for DePaul. It's not over, of course, but it's a killer.
Yeah, and it's hard to just work as a team and play together, especially when you can see the score being 7-0 at the bottom of the second. It's hard to kind of want to stay in it, but they just have to work together, work as a team, and if they all do that, they can stay in this game.
And Brenna Smith, who pitched 2 complete games against Creighton in 2 of those 3 games. That one is grounded. Could be an easy play, and it is caught by Johnson for out number 2, a ground out. Kristana Angelopoulos for the Badgers. No runners on, 2 outs in the bottom of the second. Of course, Wisconsin with that big 7-0 lead. The 1-0 swung on and missed. Strike one, a beautiful pitch from Brenna Smith. As Angelopoulos recollects herself, as Brenna Smith tries desperately to get out of this inning. Looked out, ball 2, 2-1 the count. Angelopoulos coming from a softball family. Her brother also plays collegiate softball at Adams State. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. Count is even at 2 now, and Angelopoulos was going for it on that swing.
Yeah, and that's exactly what Smith needed after giving up that home run, to have 2 strikes with 2 outs remaining. She just needs a minute to cool off to get out of her head, and that's exactly what she's kind of been doing.
The 2-2 with 2 outs. And it's now a full count for Angelopoulos. In the heart of the lineup, Kristana Angelopoulos facing a full count against Brenna Smith with 2 outs. A grounder, and that will end the inning.
Yeah, unfortunately for Wisconsin, there wasn't enough oomph on that hit to kind of send it past the second baseman. They were able to get that ball and get there to the first base before Kristana was able to.
Her first batter to face will be a difficult one, of course. But again, Shelby Jacobson, even though it is her debut, a good player nonetheless. But here's the top of the lineup, Anna Wohlers. Ball 1. And this is some player to face in your debut here.
Yeah, like we mentioned earlier, Anna Waller is such a key player for this DePaul team. If there's any player that can kind of get them out of this deficit that they're in, it's her.
2 pitches, 2 balls from Jacobson. And that one's a strike. And Wallers was looking. And Wallers, of course, just 1 RBI away from hitting 30 this season. An incredible number nonetheless. Count is 2-1. And that is another strike. She's caught up on the count. Jacobson, it's 2-2. The 2-2 up high, and it's a full count for Wallers. Just looking to get on base here. Nothing huge, just a base hit. Get on base, that's all they need to spark something. Nice play, and it's caught at first. A nice play, and Abby Herbst makes the catch at first base, and it's out number 1.
Yeah, and what a way to start off for Abby Jacobson's first time pitching for the Wisconsin team, to get such a strong player like Anna, getting her out as well, which is pretty exciting for them. So as you can see, the catch was made, sliding, and just an impressive heads-up play, reflexes, and that teamwork that you see from Wisconsin.
I mean, it's a great diving play there in the infield. Ava Cusack diving just to make sure it didn't get into right field and resulting in an out rather than a base hit. Shelby Jacobson. And goes behind the catcher, but ball number 1. Addison Talbot at the plate for DePaul, hitting just over 205. 15 hits on the season. And the last time she was at the plate, it resulted in a strikeout as she fouls that one down the left field line.
Yeah, and this DePaul team here is just really trying to change the way this game's been going, trying to get some momentum, get those players to the bases, and try to get some runs as a result of it.
Scored a run in the last game against Creighton. Was walked. Did not record a hit, though. Here's the 1-1. And it's caught nicely to keep it in play by Eden Dempsey, who is now the catcher rather than Angelopoulos. A lot of changes on the field, of course. We've already seen when Cusack made the play with Herbst. Those were 2 new players. Grounder to Jacobson, an easy play to Herbst, and it's another out.
Yeah, and just another heads-up play by the Wisconsin defense. You can see as soon as the pitcher made that catch, she was able to just turn, get that to first base, and get the player out. So just another heads-up play that you can see from the Wisconsin team.
And now to the plate, Brooke Johnson. It is interesting, obviously, Jacobson, we talk about her debut, but having to face the 1-2-3 hitter as well. Now has to face Johnson. Strike 1, a nice pitch from her, just perfectly inside.
Yeah, and she was the player that was able to get onto base for this DePaul team. You know, she was able to make it to the first base, but unfortunately nothing was able to ever result from that.
She'll take a look at ball 1, Johnson. Count is even again. And Jacobson just needs some time to warm up here, of course. The nerves are still kicking in for her. I'm not sure she thought she was going to get into this game as it started. That was a close one, but called for a ball. 2-1 the count. The 2-1 from Jacobson. That one's inside. 3-1 now. No walks yet for Wisconsin. Johnson 1 pitch away from getting on board. Has some wiggle room here. And that's inside. And it's a walk. So getting on base again is Johnson. And again, this is what you need if you're DePaul. You just need to get on base. That's what we talked about, of course. 2 outs, of course, it's, just 1 pitch away from potentially ending the inning. But just getting on base, starting something here.
Exactly. That's all they need to do is get those players on base, get some hits, and then eventually something can turn up out of it.
Another inside pitch from Jacobson, ball 1. To Nicole Sullivan, who reached with a single in her first at-bat. The 1-0. And it's a strike for Jacobson. Not swinging on that was Sullivan. Runner on first. Sullivan at the plate. Count is 1-1 with just 2 outs here. Swung on and missed. Strike number 2. Well, she just had her first career walk. We'll see if she can get her first career strikeout. That one's hit into right center field. Chasing back at it is Bennett. She couldn't get it. Coming home is Johnson. And DePaul is on the board.
And that's exactly what DePaul needed, a big, strong hit like that Brooke Johnson was able to run almost all the bases, get home, get some points on the board, and kind of just get into some momentum. Now DePaul can get something going. They have some confidence in them, and as you can see, just such an impressive, strong hit. There was no way that the Badgers were going to be able to make that catch, and as you can see, a run resulted of that.
And finally, DePaul getting on the board. It's something they needed, of course, especially with 2 outs. You need something like that. They're going to have a little meeting here. Cosgrove up to bat for DePaul. First pitch is called as a strike. It's dropped by Dempsey, though, but holding up at second was Sullivan. Another player that's, of course, itching for a hit. Struck out in the first inning. Looking to come back from this here. And she gets hit and will be awarded first base, and now there are runners on first and second for DePaul. And again, it's that nerve.
Exactly. This is where the inexperience a little bit, not being able to settle down, to calm down. As you can see, Brooke Smith was able to do that. Now it's time for Shelby Jacobson to do that as well.
And just hits her on the thigh, it looks like. Enough for first base. And it brings up Carly Alvers with 2 outs here. Perfect pitch right down the middle. Strike 1. And this is huge for DePaul. Again, just a base hit could potentially bring in 1 or 2 runs and puts them back into this game. That one's inside. Ball 1. Noticed a lot that Jacobson's gone with some inside pitches. How can Alvers bounce back from the strikeout she had earlier? That one's fouled back. And the count is 1-2.
Yeah, this is another situation where Wisconsin can kind of get DePaul out of a little bit of momentum that they have going on. They're sitting with 2 strikes, 2 outs, so potentially this could end the top of the inning.
Inside, thought about a steal at second with Sullivan as we reemphasize her speed. And now it's a 2-2 count. Swung on and fouled. Count remains 2-2. Oliver's hitting at .213 this season with 13 hits. Has a double in one of those hits, but just one RBI. Has an opportunity to get maybe more than that. And swings on it. It's a strikeout for Shelly Jacobson. And that ends the inning on our way to this field as we begin the bottom of the third. First pitch down low to Peyton Bannon, who of course had that home run in the first inning. And that kind of sparked things for Wisconsin early on.
No, that's exactly what Wisconsin used to get going.
And that to third and into first. And it's out number one, a grounder. First pitch looked at for a ball. And Linkletter, who in her 30 at-bats has 5 hits this season. A couple of RBIs as well, hitting just under 170. The 1-0. That one's popped up shallow left field, and the catch is made. And that'll do it for the at-bat for Kate Linkletter. First pitch outside and high for ball one. Bojan, who's only had 5 at-bats this season. 3 hits, though. Also a Chicago, Illinois native. Another one for Wisconsin. Looks at ball 2. So 3 hits for her on the season, 2 strikeouts. And now has an opportunity to get aboard here with 2 outs in the bottom of the third, and what could be one of the quickest innings of the game so far. And so far, 3 pitches, 3 balls. Bojan, 3-0 count. Doesn't swing, and it's a 4-pitch walk. Emily Bojan aboard. Hitting at 100 this season. Takes the first pitch. It is now 5 consecutive balls thrown by Smith, and they'll have a conversation, Wohlers and Smith. She's thrown 27 walks this season. The 1-0 count, and finally a strike. That conversation clearly worked, and the count is even at 1. Cusack had her only career home run against Georgia Tech back in February. Since then, hadn't seen too many at-bats, but finds herself at the plate again. Takes that pitch inside, and the count is now 3-1. And after 2 quick outs and then a walk, there's a 3-1 count. Cusack looking to work it and get on base. The 3-1 from Smith, swung on, and it is foul, just barely.
Yeah, it's just a little wide outside the third base, so unfortunately wasn't able to get that hit. But as you can see Emily Bojan ready to run to get to second, but still at the bat, still has some room to get on the base.
The count is now full for Cusack. Swung on, looking to get to the bag, but cannot in time. She's safe at second. We respect the umpire's decision, and it's a runner on first and second here with 2 outs in the bottom of the third. That one's popped up in the infield, and it's caught anyway, so that play did not matter, and it will end the inning. And a relatively quick one. See if Jacobson can keep the momentum that she ended the last inning off with, as the first pitch is in for ball 1. And Meyer, who got on base with help from an error, but got on base nonetheless, as she takes a look at ball 2. Meyer, who nearly hit the 100 hit mark last season, was capped off at number 97. Takes a swing at that one. He's probably going for a ball, but the movement on that forced her to swing. It's now 2-1. And swung on again. 2-2. She's found her way back, Jacobson. Meyer with the even count now. And it is just high for ball 3. We've got another full count now. Big opportunity for Meyer to get on base. The 3-2. Swung on and missed. And now it is 2 consecutive strikeouts for Shelby Jacobson. One to end last inning, and now one to start this one off.
In a row definitely helps her confidence being a young player.
Takes a look at strike 1, Peyton Viles. And scored a run against St. Francis earlier in March, but still yet to record a hit. And that could be the first one for her this season, and it is. Base hit for Peyton Viles, number 1 of the year. And she needed that to get out of a slump.
Yeah, as I can see on that replay, Skylar just not being able to quite get that catch again. As you can see, that's the 3rd time this happened so far this game. So just cleaning up that a little bit will definitely help Wisconsin, preventing players to get onto base.
Grace Frazier, the senior, at the plate, swings at the first pitch and fouls it down the left field line. Frazier hitting .214 this season, nearing 20 hits. She's got 18. Grounded out earlier on in this game. Goes for the bunt. The play is at first and advances the runner to second. And everything went to plan for DePaul.
It's on the board, especially when you have Anna Rollers coming up to bat.
First pitch in for a strike. She took a look at it. And again, Jacobson has to face off against this top of the lineup here if they can stay in it, as there are 2 outs. The 0-1. That one's grounded up, and it is an out to end the inning for Wisconsin. Another ground out, this time from Anna Wohlers. Swung on the first pitch into center field, and it's a base hit. As Bree Mitchell, who's only had a handful of at-bats this season, this will be number 21 for her. Couple of hits, hitting at 100. Swings on the first pitch, and out of play. And Mary-Therese Nevin, who has 2 stolen bases this season, with 6 attempts though. Hasn't been incredibly successful with this, but has that speed. Tried to lay down the bunt was Mitchell. Failed to do so. Count is even at 1.
Yeah, you know, she's 2 for 20 when she's up to bat. You know, looking to kind of up that ante. You know, she is a freshman, getting that experience, getting some game time, and that's exactly what head coach Yvette Haley is trying to do.
And it's a double play, but it's called safe, and she thought she was out, and now that's going to be called an out. But did she drop the ball? She dropped it, and she's safe.
Home.
Ball 1 to Brooke Cuffle. And that's one of the strangest sequences I've seen. I mean, Mary-Therese was ready to go back to the dugout, and just like that, she's on third base. Just outside for ball 2. And Cuffle, who had a double earlier on, just needs a base hit to bring Mary-Therese Nevin home. The 2-0 now goes to 3-0. 3 pitches to start this at-bat off, all 3 balls. And Cuffle, who already has that RBI, looking to get one more. A swing into left field, and she dropped the ball. It'll bring Mary-Therese home. Going to second is Cuffle, and she'll be held up there. It is a double again for Brooke Cuffle, and another RBI as well. First pitch swinging all the way back, and it's a base hit. It'll bring McClellan home. Dempsey going to second, and it's a double for her on pitch number 1. And Bannon, who 3 home runs in each of her first 2 seasons and had none this season up until this game.
Yeah, and she was the player that really got this Wisconsin offense rolling with that huge home run like you mentioned.
So now she has at least a home run in each of her 3 seasons with Wisconsin. That one is chopped foul. And bring the count to 0-2 here with an out in the bottom of the 4th. The 0-2. Took a swing into center field. Did she make the catch? No. And that you can see just by the look on the face of Tori Myers. And now coach is going to have a talk here with the umpire. And again, that's another killer because, first of all, it would have been an amazing play, but either way, it would have resulted in an out. Bring it to 2 outs, and it's a completely different inning.
Earlier today.
And right off the bat, you can see just the height of Emily Bojan, standing at just 5'11". And this is another Chicago native, and see she was walked in the 3rd inning. Looking to get on base for Wisconsin. Chops it, and it's fair, and that'll bring home Dempsey. Coming home is Bannon, and it is a 2 RBI double for Emily Bojan. And again, we mentioned how tough is that situation to be thrown into if you're Katie Pierce. It was a great hit, of course, but it doesn't help when you come in when there's already 2 runners on base. Both of them now scoring. The 0-1 to Cusack. That's another strike. Good start to this AB for Pierce. She had at least one strikeout in the first game she played, but none since. 7-game stretch. That's a grounder, the throw to first, and the play is made to finally get out of this inning, but the offense for Wisconsin still showing up. First pitch fouled behind the play.
Yeah, we mentioned Gabby Sallow coming in. She's a redshirt sophomore. She's coming back strong from an injury, and when asked about her, she's deceivingly quick. So definitely something DePaul has to watch out for.
And Addison Talbot, 0 for 2 tonight. It's got a home run in the season, double digits in RBIs. Hitting just over 200. Needs something here, needs to get on base. The 0-1 up high for ball one. Game on the line here for DePaul. This game could end a little earlier than they wanted. They had one of these games against Creighton this past weekend end early as they were mercied as well. Going for the bunt and couldn't lay it down. Strike two.
This is not the way DePaul wanted to start off the top of the fifth. They, having 2 strikes early on is not exactly what they need. They want to try to get players on base, try to get some runs to potentially prevent the mercy rule.
That one is caught by Cusack, and it's out number 1, and they are 2 outs away. And now Brooke Johnson at the plate for DePaul as we take a look at the upcoming schedule for the Badgers.
Yeah, they will take on St. Thomas for a doubleheader tomorrow before they head and take on Northwestern later on in the weekend. So exciting matchups they got coming up, and especially that Big Ten one they got to look forward to as well.
So a good practice doubleheader non-conference game. That'll be tomorrow, so tune in on Big Ten Plus. Of course, you can watch the Northwestern series on Big Ten Plus as well. And now the 0-1 to Brooke Johnson. Fouled back into the netting, 0-2 now. So it's Johnson now. It'll be Sullivan next. Potentially the last batter of the game. The 0-2 to Johnson. Popped into right field, and the catch is made. Mary Therese Nevin there to make the grab. And they are now 1 out away.
And then taking a look at DePaul's schedule, they'll take on Seton Hall coming up, and then Northern Illinois, and then they'll travel to Villanova at the end of April to take on. So they got exciting matchups coming up as well. They have 3 games against Seton Hall in conference, so it should be an exciting one for them.
Sullivan takes strike 1. It's a do-or-die situation for the Blue Demons. The 0-1. Fouled back, 0-2 now. And she's had a game, hasn't she?
Yeah, Nicole Sullivan was able to get onto base multiple times. A strong player, a player you'd want in this situation, even though it's still such a tough mental, especially situation.
The 0-2. And it is a ball. And everyone froze for a second. Sallow, the 1-2 now. Up high, count is even at 2.
Yeah, and Sallow just needs to calm down a little bit. Has pitched great so far in this inning, so just calming down and getting into good mental space will be good for her.
The grounder, chance to end the game, and she does. DePaul has been mercied. Wisconsin have won the game, and they've now won 5 straight games.